Hello, everybody. Let's see here. Let's jump on in here. Do a little more work on the Stellar Shift. The Stellar Shift rulebook. You gotta do the announcer voice. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just saying things. I'm tired as per usual, but we're doing it. Let's see. We need to get a few more images in here. And what else do we need to do? Maybe just like read it over once, but basically we just got to get the rule book done. I need to do Photoshop though. Actually, probably gonna do a lot of this. I'm probably just gonna do like screen caps from Tabletop Simulator. So I think that will be a good way to do that. So in fact, let's open up Tabletop Simulator. For any of you who don't know, I'm working on, it's kind of like, this is kind of like, I don't know if I should be really talking about it, but there's also no rules to not talk about it. This is the next Blackthorn Prod video, or not the next one, but one of the upcoming ones. And I this is one of the games I made in, or this game I made in 24 hours. And the goal is to, I need to do a rule book for it. And then it'll be in their video. So should be interesting. Yeah, pretty tired. I'm half asleep right now. But yeah, let's read what we need here. Player ships. I guess we just need an image of the ships. So what do I think I'll do for that? Let's do a new image. I don't know, whatever. Custom. 1,000 by 1,000. No, it's way too big, but it doesn't really matter. All right, these can all just be shrunken down. Actually, you know what the better thing to do here is? Oops. Let's do a new... let's do a letter size paper. That way we can kind of get a better idea of what the scaling on this is going to be. We need to fit about 4 of them here. Don't rotate them. Done. There we go. And that's the graphic. Shrimple is that? Yeah, like part of me doesn't know whether I should even be like showing this, because I could partly be doing it as like hype up the surprise of it, but then again, there's not really that many people who watch the stream, so it also, you know, doesn't entirely matter. So it's a little weird. I mean, not like there's no one, right? But it's not a whole heck of a lot of people. Probably not enough people to matter. Yeah, I'm just trying to, I don't know, trying to, have the energy to do all this, man. I don't know. Been a little bit weird the past few days. No, wait. How do I position this to the center? Oh, I think I just do center justified, right? Yeah. There we go. There's not exactly a power icon, but it might make sense to just go like this. Here. Okay. That didn't work. Well, it's already shown up here, right? The power cost. Maybe we just, it'll be fine. We'll add it in there. Why not? More pictures, the better, I say. Actually, did I thought I already exported the power icon. I did. Although, I feel like it's going to look weird in here. Yeah, that's not really how we want it. Okay, let's just alt click this. And then it's really interesting how these behave. Let's just export this as a PNG. Power. Go to rulebook. The gradients work really weirdly. In Photoshop, because it scales with the ratio of the whatever, of the canvas size. Just kind of annoying. I don't know, I mean, so I'm gonna PK his Discord. He's got cool stuff. I really shouldn't be like going too crazy with this. I'm already there is a way to crop it in. Maybe we just do that then. Let's just do, can we do this? out of curiosity. I double click this and pull this in. Yeah. There we go. Tokens. I think we can just drag and drop these in there. I guess we want these like this too. Image format not supported. So happens when you... No, please don't go there. Okay. Stop. That's his position. I was wondering if there's like a way to know how large I'm scaling this. Size. Wow. Almost perfect on that. Maybe do it at the beginning. Like that. Looks a little bit better. And then we do both of these. That is absolutely massive. Honestly, let's do it smaller. 0.5? No, 0.75. Sure. I want to drop these in. I was figuring I could do the same thing here. Because why not? Okay, to start the game, each player will draw 5 ship components into their hand. That doesn't really need a picture. Ship placement, each placement designated starting square. Okay, let's go into the game. Let's get this as on center as possible. Honestly, maybe we just do one section here. Just to keep it from getting too... whatever. And then we'll go into here, file, new, clipboard, paste. And then we're gonna want to draw on here. I'm really gonna need a new art pad soon, I'm telling you right now. I might actually whip out my old one and see how it works, because technically it should be about the same. It probably isn't supported anymore, but it's okay. I'm literally just gonna use this. Look at this. Oh. Okay, we need to go to... Hi! The kitten says meow. Hi, yeah, hi. You know, I think I do want this like this. I can just go here. I can go centered. Then the players will each I wonder if maybe instead of... I wonder if I should just, instead of doing that, just actually take a screenshot of the whole thing and then just label the zones. And then I'll have to do one picture. Oh my god. Actually, maybe what I could do is just do this. Dude, I think I might need to... I think it might be about time I get a new drawing pad. It's kind of annoying because I don't really want to spend more money, but... What do I call this? Messenger. So do this. Starting square. Keep doing that because it's like the same image. Silly me. How do I move the grading again? There we go. Alright, what do we want to call this? This will be like... placement, whatever, doesn't really matter. Part of me is wondering if I can just place this up here. There we go. That'll do. Just seems like redundant information. Let's see here. What else we got? Card phase. Draw phase. Shift phase. Set up. We're actually pretty close to done with this. I don't know exactly what we're going to do for the rest of the stream, but Gravity of the celestial bodies then pulls players in. Achieve direction. Okay, so I think I want one of like one of like this, right? All right, then we need the same image. Like this. Probably wondering if I should just put this both in one image, like one spot. Just do this. I think this might make sense. Oh. Yeah, it's fine. The specify determined how many spaces the player is drawn toward it while arrow decides the direction. Specify move direction you're pulled toward that planet diagonally and straight move orthogonally. We want this image there-ish. Needs to be way smaller. Needs to be within the thing. Needs to be over here. Once you have singular direction, no longer pulling in that direction. So I guess we just go like this. Oh, you know what? I forgot to say I was like going live on my Discord. Yeah, I haven't forgotten that in a good while. I was thinking it was awfully quiet. Which may have been a an interesting indication for how my viewers find me. If doing that post actually helps people find me or see me. It's all very interesting. I don't know if this, hopefully this makes this more clear. I don't know. Okay, I need a... I think I want this one, maybe? Oh, not this one. Where am I? Where are my favorite brushes? Rule book. Yo, what up, dude? We're actually almost done, I think. Been locked in, you know? Been locked the heck in. Hasn't been anyone on, so that's part of it. Nothing to do but work, you know? All by myself. Although, to be fair, I didn't post to my Discord for the first 45 minutes, so Indie around the store, but I'll be back to chat in a bit. True. No worries, dude. Appreciate you stopping by. Irregardless, as some people say. I'm only here because of the ping and because I just walked in the door. There you go. Yeah, so I was gonna say, I mean, I wonder how many of my people see the ping and join from Discord. That'd be an interesting metric to see. I don't think Twitch has that kind of analytics though, like YouTube does. All right, we need a picture. Just grab a different one just for the giggles of it. Just grab this because I like the art. And let's do the blue one. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it had to be there. And maybe grab yet another one. Sure. All right, we need the square tool, and I guess red will be the color. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it'll be like 1, 2, 3. And then we'll have just a drawing of like a Alright, no, this would be an X. What am I talking about? Green check mark. And let's crop this a little bit. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything. I am gonna go through all this and decide what to do for all that. Or make sure that you got it. Sometimes I don't say complete thoughts. I'm gonna go through and sorry. What was I gonna say? Yeah, that's actually really funny. I was gonna say sometimes I don't have a complete thought. I want to go through and make sure that all these are good. Find how many spaces it pulls spacecraft during shift phase. Sure, energy is the amount of energy that can be converted into power in various ways with player cards. Correct. This is the direction in which celestial bodies pull an object toward it, designated by the arrow card. That's right. These are cards used by the player and various effects during the game. To cause various effects during the game, sure. These cards are usually used to manipulate celestial bodies by adding mass, changing their direction, their directional pull. Cool. These cards create an additional celestial body. The same rule applies for these cards are used for additional sources of movement for your ship. Yep. Power systems. These cards are the way you generate additional power. Correct. Power. Movement. Ships start with 1 power each turn. Additional power can be gained from power system cards. The power can be used to play cards or move your ship. True. Movement players may spend power to move their ship in any direction, including diagonals. Each power is equivalent to 1 spaceship movement. Maybe just like... Pro. Let's see if that messed everything up a little bit. Cool. Sure, good enough. Mass tokens. There are 2 types of mass token. Or wait, hold on. Yeah. There are 2 types of mass tokens. These tokens can be used per token. There are 2 types of mass tokens. Comma. One that adds mass. Comma. and one that lowers mass of a celestial body. Cool. We got to hit an ad. 8 minutes. Directional token. These tokens add a directional force to a celestial body. Cool. Remove direction. Just make these proper terms. These tokens, not tokes. Tokens disable directional force of a celestial body. Cool. You know what? I'm pretty sure I did spelling errors wrong. Placing celestial bodies into whatever. To start, each player will draw 5 ship component cards. Into their hand. Ship placement. Each ship will be placed on the designated square. The starting square. Cool. It's kind of period. Then players will each place a celestial body. Will each place celestial bodies on the map to start. Placing a celestial body in the beginning of the map. In the beginning is a bit different from normal placement, as celestial bodies place must go into the color section on the board. Once the celestial body is drawn at random, is placed on the center, one of the center 4 tiles. In the center zone. Then each player places 2 planets. These celestial bodies must go in any of the color zones, but not more than 1 celestial body per zone. For less than 4 players, these planets, bodies may also go into an empty player starting square. Cool. Then with everything set up, first player starts their turn and then goes in a clockwise manner. On a player's turn, they can take as many actions as they like, provided they meet the power requirements of the following actions. These actions may be done in any order. Action may be done in any order. It's moving, then playing a card, then moving again. Playing a card, moving, see movement. Ship components is on what page? 2. It's on page 3 or page 2? Page. Power can be used to play cards or move your ship. The number indicated on the inside of the hexagon is the required amount of the number indicated inside the hexagon is the required amount of power needed to play the card. Okay, good. We didn't mess it up again. Where were we? We were... Yeah, okay. Each celestial body... These, go... And the color zone less... Okay, right, yeah. Then everything... Then with everything set up, the first player starts their turn and goes in a clockwise manner. On a player's turn, they can take as many actions as they like, provided they meet the power requirements for the following types of actions. Already did that, okay. After both players have played, they may then draw to a total of 5 cards. Cool. The gravity of the celestial bodies then pulls players in. This is achieved by going... This doesn't really need to be capitalized. Ad break starting. I'm just gonna keep going. I guess I should throw an ad on. Whatever. There we go. The gravity of celestial bodies pulls player in, achieved by going through celestial bodies one at a time, from left to right, top to bottom. This may be different for each player based on where they're sitting table, comma, so agree upon a direction. The mass of the celestial body will determine how many spaces the player is drawn toward it, while the arrows will decide what direction. If the celestial body has more than one direction, you are pulled toward the planet diagonally until you reach a straight path, which the planet will pull you in orthogonally. This can be a bit smaller. Once the celestial body is single direction, you will no longer be pulled in that direction. Once you pass a celestial body with a singular direction, you're no longer pulled in that direction. Cool. If you collide with a celestial body, you are defeated and lose the game. Keep in mind, players must fully play out the phase to survive to determine whether a game ends in a draw. Celestial body placement. Once phase shift has ended, the players will then draw a celestial body to place. These celestial bodies can place anywhere 4 spaces away from any other player's ship, meaning 3 spaces between the ship and celestial body. Yes, okay. Once this phase is over, it returns to card placement phase, where the cycle repeats until one player remains. Cool. That's it. That's all she wrote. I guess she in this case is me, because I wrote it. I wrote the book. Anyway. What now? You know what? Even though the ad break just ended, I'm gonna be right back. I've been making a cooperative trading card game, and this card right here almost ruined everything. The bridge card was so fundamentally broken across so many versions of the game that I had to refactor my entire game just to make it work at all. But before we get into that, let's explain how the game works, because if you don't know how the game works, you know? Well, it's how it is. In Armies Against Entropy, players work together, placing cards to gain synergies, allocating units to distribute power where needed, granting each card more health and damage, and battling the Old God, a deck of cards designed to provide challenges to the players and serve as the main antagonist of the game. The most important thing you need to know is that each card had up to 2 different types of effects. There are base effects, which are in the main body of the card, similar to any other trading card game you've seen. Then there were activated effects, indicated by this blue gem box beneath the base effect. These activated effects required certain conditions to be met before they could be triggered. With all that in mind, let's dive into the bridge card itself and as copious problems it had in each version. We'll explore how it evolved and ultimately shape the game into what it is today.
What you doing, little buddy?
Well, the bridge card was so bad, I just figured I'd build a new one.
Well, we fixed it in the end, so you just have to, listen to the story.
Yeah, but I think we could still use a new one.
All right, buddy. Just keep doing your thing.
The bridge card was designed as a support card, helping to provide effects from your cards to your ally side of the board. This card was added about midway through the original development cycle, so there were a lot of things changing and happening around it. The intention was to increase interactions between allies, as collaboration is a core aspect of what makes Armies Against Entropy unique. More specifically, it was meant to take activated effects from cards like Farm, where if you had 5 or more units on the farm, if you were enjoying that video, you can check it out on YouTube. Beats Creations. Wow. Okay, well, this is done. Now what? Cool. I'm sure it's not the best rulebook, but I don't think it really matters that much. I'm happy enough with it. It's good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, the question is, what do we do now? Because I guess we could do some stream improvement stuff. You know what we should do? We should do a Beats salute emote. I feel like it's appropriate. And then after that, maybe we work on some like devlog stuff. I know that's kind of weird. I was thinking maybe doing like a motion graphic for the whatever for Stellar Shift, like a title sequence thing. Not even a title sequence, just like, well, I guess a title sequence. But let's make an emote because I want to do that. Beats. I had a thought too. This is completely unrelated, but for my new devlog for the Stellar Shift thing in the Blackthorn prod video, I was thinking of maybe giving myself the marine body here. I guess I could just copy all of this. I'm just curious to see how this would look. Definitely his body type's different, right? Like do like maybe like stream boo denied. Oh no, my eyebrows. Something like this. I don't know if that looks actually that great though. It looks weird with my body type being different. Maybe it's just because my head's too low. And the legs look too long. It's the biggest thing, I think, is the legs look too long. Looks a little flat too, which is weird. Maybe we'll do it. I don't know. We also could do like, I guess that's the only really like one that looks like space pilot-y, right? I don't know why it doesn't seem like it matches up. It's probably just because of the body shape. If I like, I could probably just slightly redo it and so that it works. This is kind of me playing around right now. I don't know, maybe we'll do it. We'll see. Might tweak it a little bit. But that's just me thinking. Alright, saluting is with the right hand. Problem is, like, I don't know if the salute is gonna look like a salute. Like, what? Because he doesn't have arms, right? Salute emote. I guess like emojis have it, right? Like there's a... Well, the problem is he doesn't have hands either, right? That's actually technically as... We'll just do this. There you go. I think maybe like a way to do it is just make his hand a little bit wider. Maybe tilt his head up a little bit. It's like better. It's maybe more straight, right? I guess. I don't know. Eyebrows down a bit. More serious, right? It's like, it's almost like a nothing emote. Automod is GOAT, it's true. I'm trying to do an 07 emote, but it's kind of hard because my little dude doesn't have like real hands. And he also doesn't have arms. I guess maybe it is like... That's not horrible. Maybe the eyes need to be like more like looking off into the distance. That's his whole face. I have no suggestions. Short of like giving him more realistic hands, I don't know. My only thought was like, I mean, made his hand bigger than it's supposed to be, so it's a little more apparent, but like maybe making it more like... Well, now we're just like really messing with the resolution, but like making it more narrow. Oops, I just closed something on my OBS and I don't know what I closed. Docs, this? Nope, not that. That one, there we go. So he's trying to see something in the distance. More horizontal. I mean, I think I was just looking at like... Make sure there's nothing weird on here. I was just looking at like... Some are more angled, but I don't know. I feel like the more... I don't know. Like the double salute, that's funny. Anyway, actually I don't even think you can see that on my screen, but... There's one of a guy double saluting at the bottom there. Oh god. Monkas. But yeah, I think it being like more knife shaped. That makes sense. Like more hand shaped, I guess. I was gonna say like a karate chop shape, right? Rather than the normal hands. Honestly, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cheat here. Just to see if it works. I say that like I'm not gonna keep it if it works. Good little bit of tracing, you know? I feel like it's gonna look weird. It's definitely gonna look weird. For some reason it's not right. It's gonna feel weird. It sure is. We're gonna try it anyway and see what happens. I think we're gonna have to split the difference here and go with like... That's not what we wanted. Believe it or not. Oh god. Oh god. Do they freaking reset my key bindings? Oh, I'm so annoyed. They do this every time. Every time it updates, it like removes some of my like extra key bindings, and it's just so annoying. Yeah, it looks so wrong. So I think the solution is somewhere in between a real hand and what, like, or not real hand. Well, somewhere between a Beats hand, right? And this. So just like, my point being this, we do just a slightly more ovally hand. Maybe. Saluting face. I don't know. Maybe we just maybe it can't be done. Maybe there's a limitation to the style. Oh, I'm so annoyed by this. Fine, we're just gonna fix it right away. Preferences. No, shortcuts. Menu have to expand. We want this to be Control Shift E. I don't care. Okay. I don't know, maybe that works. I might need to make the line I think that works. I think that's maybe a happy medium. What do we think? I think maybe the line art needs to be a little bit thicker on this, but other than that, I think it kind of works. It works enough. It's not great, but it's not perfect, rather. This has worked for me. Okay, cool. It's enough. It's good enough, I think. I could, you know, do the like your typical like 07 emoji, right? Which I think is just, yeah, I was gonna say is this guy, right? Again, I'm gonna make sure I'm not this guy, right? I can make my face look more like that. No, just like the expression, right? I could, because that's typically what you see on like 7TV, right? But yeah. I don't know if it gives off rest in peace vibes to me. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's an option, I guess is what I'm getting at. Which mine is more like goodbye. I did not mean to put the mouth layer on the eyebrow layer. You know, here we are. I like the goodbye version. Yeah, me too. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can do. I'm doing the motion. I mean, it could make me more happy, but the serious face makes it look more like a salute, you know? I think? Whoop, whoop. And then I figured this can also be used as like, you know, the typical like the typical 07, you know? If you want to do like the RIP one. You know, it's good to have multi-use emojis. I think there's only so much we can cook here, you know? The only other thing I could think of doing is like that ends up looking, no, that's not it. Okay. This is it. This is it. That's all she wrote. Maybe I can make it a little bit bigger. Sure. I'm trying to think. If I'm not wearing a hat, hold on. Yeah, it's right about the temple, right? I think that's a little bit better, actually. Just a smidge higher. Because lower down, it does look like I'm like trying to look far, but higher up, you can kind of Okay. Beats Creations. Pawns. People. Oh wait, no, this is no streaming. Emotes. Beats. 07. Save. Okay. And then export it as a PNG. Save. You know, while we're at it. Oops. What's the, like, 124? I don't know if that's the exact size, but I'm thinking for Discord for later. We don't need this up. To Twitch. That one's so good. I was not expecting the Luna Arrive to be as good as it was, you know? It's just too cute. It does make me like look around, like, where is she? I forgot about them all, yeah. Let's add emotes. Also, for some reason, put the shrimp in tier 3 for literally no reason. Okay, here's the question. Do we... put... I think we just put 07 in one of the tier 1 slots, right? I mean, obviously it wouldn't go into like tier 2 or tier 3, but I could move one of the free slots and do that, but I think it probably just goes in a tier 1 slot rather than bumping one of the other ones to a free slot, you know. But I was like, I don't care. I'm subbed. I don't give a boop. Yeah, I think tier 1's fine. But I was like, I'm a boss. I don't care. Beats. 07. Upload. I still don't know why I can't change my prefix for mine. Wait. Is that... Oops. Damn it. I just uploaded it and then accidentally deleted it. Which is probably... Oh, that's weird. It does automatically change the... I don't know. Strange. It changes the, whatever. I'm just here, man. I appreciate you being here. It should be active already, I think. Maybe? So, was it really approved that fast? No, it was not. Unless it was. Yo, Xeno, just coming out of nowhere. It's there. The O7, it exists. Oh, there's Luna. Wait. There. She's not in shot. She's not in frame. Oh wait, I can do it. Hi, you. Are you itchy? Yeah. No. I wonder if I slowly pull back the camera, if she's going to be like, ooh, that's something I can play with. Oh, we just missed a yawn. Oh, well. Trying to get her to engage, but she doesn't want to. She just wants me to chase her around. Anyway. That's the cat. I forgot I had two different displays. Still not sure. Oop. Still not sure which one I like more. They're kind of like same but different, you know. This one is better if I want to like have that, you know. Yeah, me neither. Shrug for me as well. Okay, what are we doing now? I'm oh hi. Of course she ran away, and now she's under the desk. I'm gonna steal you. I'm gonna steal you. I've captured you. Nope, don't leave me. Yeah, I don't know what we do next. We could do more stream stuff. Or, I don't know, it would be interesting to see some, like, motion graphic stuff, because I was tempted to do that. Because at least that would help me out for my video, but... Or we could work on Black Ridge, but... I'm not entirely certain. Or we could just hug Luna for a bit, you know? I need to do dishes. You should do that. I did my dishes this morning. And of course, now there are more dishes. I need to fold my laundry as well. It's the worst part about all that stuff is that you have to do it forever, you know? Alright, let's turn off the... Oh, as she walks away. This is the trick with dishes. Yes. Okay, so yeah, the other option... So the main... Maybe we just try doing something with Silly Poo. You could be a nudist and eat and also eat with your hands. True, no clothes. Now you're onto something, Silly Poo. It's true. You're cooking for sure. Raw food only. Okay, then you don't have to cook. No cooking. You're not cooking then. All right, so we could either work on more stream stuff or just pure ingredients. You just eat everything like separately. So you, instead of eating like the salt and pepper you would eat with your meat, you just eat like a handful of salt, a handful of pepper, and then just like a raw steak. This is the way. You know what the biggest problem with the difference between this display and this display is that this one doesn't have the Luna emote on it. That's the biggest problem. There we go. That was the biggest problem with that. Yeah, we could like animate this. I think that could be kind of cool. Maybe I'll just do it. I doubt y'all care what I do one way or another. Let me actually just do this for a second. While I pull up some stuff. How are you today, silly poo? What are you up to? How's life? I'm actually curious about something. We're just gonna highlight Xeno's message because we can. Does it show? Oh wait, it doesn't show on here because I'm not on the right thing. Hold on. Let's go back to art display. Oh, it does show him animated. Look at that. Wait, does it show Bradley having 2 months now? Oh wait, no. That's weird. I thought. I don't know. What do I know? Yeah, I wasn't sure if it would show the things animated or not. New project. Let's just literally take and drop the Photoshop file into here. Merge into layer styles. The question is this even gonna look correct? The answer is, I guess. I'm surprised it does, honestly. If I move this around, okay, it actually does do that then. Interesting. Of course, the first thing to do is duplicate this. And then you, of course, actually, no, it's not to duplicate this. It's to... We're just going to be doing some, maybe full screen is actually best for this. We're just going to do some motion graphics, and y'all can learn something, I guess. I don't know. Maybe y'all already know about motion graphics. I don't know your life. This is like the worst color. How do I... There we go. I'm going to learn but also do my chores. There you go. Sometimes I forget that I'm a good co-working stream, you know? We're just chilling out working together. Sometimes I just think I'm a big deal, you know? I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just being goofy. Okay, so the goal here is to duplicate this. And then we can take this and we can reverse the mask. Subtract. I'm gonna stare blankly at my screen and not process anything being done. Perfect. That's what we need. We needed someone to do that. Someone has to fill that role, you know? You are the chosen one. Basically what I just did is the title itself, right, is just, it's split already. So I'm putting it back together, and then we're gonna animate it so it goes, you know, it like will split, and then you'll have a cool effect, right? The other thing I want to do, I wonder what dimensions this is actually. What is this? Any sort of, no? Is this any sort of? Okay, yeah, it's 1920 by 1080, perfect. The other thing I kind of want to do is make the sun actually like animated, right? Like it's burning and stuff. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I believe in me, I think. Okay, the star is a singular layer. That is a color altering layer. That is the background. They are matte tracked on top of here. Zeno, I assume you make games, or are you just a fan of people who make games? I know you follow, you know, oh god, I just opened your account. And there's something else, a suggested channel just yelling at me. I mostly what am I trying to say here? I don't know. I'm just saying things. But yeah, I was I don't know what I was getting at, to be honest. Because I feel like a lot of this kind of stuff works the same. I guess that's what I was getting at. Like a lot of this stuff works the same as like, I don't know, video game development kind of stuff. In a sense. What do we want to do here? Can we use Animate Composer in any way, shape, or form? Probably not. It's more for like animation sort of shiz. Well, that didn't explain anything. It's more for like fun animations, like text, like motion graphics kind of. This is still, the more I say, the less it helps. It's more for like polish and not for like making a entire thing. We probably want something like fractal noise, maybe? Maybe let's do it. Nope. Maybe let's do a new solid. Okay, and then we'll just put some fractal noise there. And then maybe we'll make it like twisty, maybe. And I don't know. Sure, a medium amount of complexity, contrast. I actually don't know what I'm doing here. I probably could look up a tutorial. This is kind of what I wanted, though, actually. Amount. Not that much. Maybe just a small amount, like 20. And then we key the evolution. So we start the evolution. And we go to the end. This might be better if we do like a expression though, like time. Ooh, I don't remember how this works. Can I just do time? No. Time times something. I have in the past tried to learn game development in Unreal 5, but or UE5. Why am I blanking? Unreal Engine 5, yeah, but gave up pretty quickly. Yeah, I kind of did the same. To be fair, that's why board game development's for me. You know. Time to ask ChatGPT. In After Effects, how do you make something make an expression change over time? Value plus time plus 10. Is this... I'm assuming... That's not what we want. Oh, wait. Actually, wait. Hold up. I'm being dumb. No, I'm not. Waiting. He's waiting. I should get the 7 TV waiting thing, shouldn't I? Because that's a good one. There we go. We now have the waiting emote. In theory. I don't know how long it will take to take effect, but maybe I'll try to pick up after I graduate. Yeah, I feel you, dude. Okay, that's sort of working. We need it more. We need it more, you know? That's too much. I think this effect is gonna work, but it's not gonna quite be what we're looking for. It's too like wobbly, you know? Yeah, it's probably gonna take a while to update that. Update the thing. I feel like that usually... Oh, wait. Well, at least works on Twitch. It's not going to work on my other app, I don't think. Sorry, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, Xeno. Yeah, no, I definitely want to pick up actual, like, game development stuff, but it's, like, or, like, not actual, but video game development stuff. But that's going to take a while for me to, like learn it and whatnot, right? It's just like so much work. Ooh, it's all gooey. Look how gooey it is. I think we want these really small, maybe. But maybe you see what I'm going for here. I don't know. Problem is we might need to like... It's definitely not quite the right amount, like motion, right? Vertical displacement? No. Cross displacement? No. turbulent. I don't think it's turbulent. I think it's... If anything, it's this one. And it's probably smaller. There we go. Doesn't look bad. And maybe we just do it less. See what I'm cooking with here? Yeah, I mean, maybe I could... Here, let's just try to... Let's, Here, let's just try to do this. Okay, try again. Waiting. Nope. Yeah, I don't know how quickly it updates. At least it's on Twitch. Because eventually it should be there, right? I did decide I like doing, there's way too many, like, emotes to select from when you're doing this, thing. I decided I like doing this. That one's fun. See, that kind of works, right? It's subtle, but my brain just like malfunctioned there. I'm like, it's subtle, but it kind of, you know, it kind of do the thing. I can go here. I can probably combine that with some other effects to make it look better, but dude, my eye is twitching. Usually happens when I'm tired. I feel like there was another 7TV emote I wanted to do. What ones have I added? I like I like the old MHM, you know. That one's good. The old, I guess I could add an infinite number of emotes to 7TV, you know? That is the cool part about it. What is this? Preserve underlying transparency. Oh, interesting. I see. Hold on. Hold. What if we... Oh, wait. What if we... Now, hear me out. What if... What if we do this? And then we go... Feather. We feather the boop out of it, you know what I mean? And then maybe we make this... I think we need to make it like way larger. Isn't there a size option? Lower the complexity, I think. I don't know if I really want. Not swirly, not rocky. Howdy? No. What's smeary? No. No. I guess that's maybe about right. And then we... I guess we can do the same thing here. Except we replace fractal noise with or turbulent, whatever, you know what I mean? I know you don't know what I mean, but there we go. Almost looks more like a star, right? Sort of. I really thought there was a scale. Oh, sure. Transform. Aha. Scale. Yes. Yes. I don't know if this needs to be slower or faster, so we're just gonna go in crazy fast for a second. Definitely too fast. One might say way too fast. Do we feel like this looks like a star? In the way in which it jiggles. I feel like there's a way to do light rays, but I'm not entirely... Oh, wait, no, I do know exactly how. What am I talking about? New. Solid. Should I be explaining any of this, or are you just like, cool, pretty graphics? That's what I want to know. Do what feels right. Okay. You do what feels right. We want optical flares. Okay, cool, beautiful. So what I'm gonna do is these have like light rays on them. I probably should be talking more. Oh, and ads in progress. Sick. Let's just throw an ad on YouTube too, because I keep forgetting to do that. I should be talking more as a streamer. I'm gonna use optical flares, and I'm going to steal some of these shines and see what I can do with that. Entertain me, okay. We'll do a glow, and we want like a bunch of these shimmers, maybe. Do I want sparkles? Sparkles are cool. I don't think we need any like the crazy like bokeh stuff, but let's try just do this for now. And I really just want the it's gonna be way too bright. Just flashbang it, you know. But if we animation evolution. Okay, some of these are too bright, and I don't know which ones are. I think it's is it maybe the sparkles? Yeah, let's leave it at that. Let's turn up the... So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and we're gonna apply this over. I guess we could do like an add layer. Maybe not add. Overlay. Maybe that works. Really what I want is just the rays and not actually going over the sun part, I think. Well, maybe going over the sun is actually not the worst thing. But yeah, we're basically going to use this effect to give it more light rays. Actually, maybe even... Like, it's kind of crazy, though. Maybe stick with just white. If anything, maybe just a smidge of blue tint, but I don't want to go too far with it. And then we can, again, we can animate the evolution, because that's what we keep doing. You can alt-click, which adds an expression. And then we can do this. I don't know if it actually matters if we have the correct words in here, but at least the name of the thing. It's called animation evolution, though. There we go. It's definitely too fast, yet again. And then I think the way to do this is also going to be adding a mask over here to hide all the stuff that's going on the surface of the planet. By planet, I mean star. You dingus. Dingus. Dingle. All right, and then instead of it being a add mass, we want to subtract mass, so only the beams are coming through, if you can see that. And then what we're going to want to do is feather the mask so it's not such a harsh line. We're going to feather it a lot, even. I would really like it if the beams weren't so consistent. We might even be able to, if we change the center position of it, or wait, not the center position, just its position. I don't know if we really want to do that though. Maybe just keep moving it down a little bit. Make the effect a little more subtle. I could see maybe shifting it. I don't know what the best option here is. I don't know, I think it's looking pretty good. I should probably... Here. We'll show it to all. F11? F for full screen? I can't remember which... Oh, it's tilde is what it is. It's looking a little wobbly, right? Like if you stare at any one point, it looks kind of jiggly. But it's not horrible. Yeah, it's subtle for sure. This maybe we can make a little more push that up a little bit. I'm not fully noise type. I don't want to block. The only problem is the movement's kind of... And that might be just this movement on this. What if we turn off this effect for a second? It's definitely better with it. It's wild. It's kind of cool, but... Okay, I think that's pretty good. It's actually interesting watching it in fast motion. I wonder if we can do better on this one. Actually, what happens if we turn off this effect and play it? That actually might be just better if we do that and then we speed it up a bit. Let's go crazy with it for a second. Okay, too crazy. Then maybe we can speed up the light beams just by a bit as well. I think that's better, actually. I think the warp effect wasn't really quite working. This looks less wobbly, because that's kind of what was happening here. I mean, maybe we could try, like, a different one, but... yeah, there we go. That looks pretty good. Okay, and then... Yes, sir. SCV, good to go, sir. Why did I just think of that? I don't know. I might disable that layer. I don't even know what these layers are doing. Seemingly nothing. And then literally all we have to do for this is like position, mark, go a few bit. Actually, which one's moved here? This guy is. Probably, well, it's fine. Position, move, and then 960 by 540. And it'll go ching. Except it should probably be almost instant. Should be instant. And then we can do like a bunch of effects on top of it. Maybe we'll give it a frame. And then, I don't know, maybe something cool would be like if we did this. Wait, I need a new layer. New. Let's just do a solid. Cool. Hide it. And then we'll do something like a, honestly, we can use Saber. And we can do the Saber along enable mass, or no. How do you do this again? It's on the custom core layer mask. There we go. Then we can increase the glow intensity. And then like we could do something like start offset. And then we go here and then we animate it to the end. And then we change this to like add or maybe overlay. We'll do something like except it's too slow. And it's from the wrong side. So we actually want end offset. Okay, this should be 0. By the time it's done here, it should be over. I guess once it gets there, we want to keyframe the start offset and then go to 0. Or 100, I guess. So it'll look like a laser blast, essentially. Okay, U to see all of those. I think I want it to be brighter. What is this? Oh, this should be above here. This might be the wrong layer for this to be on. I might have to do it on the other layer. I don't want it to be like orange. I think this is gonna have to go on. Oops. It's gonna have to go on like here. It'll need to be faster. It'll need to be off at this point. Opacity. I think this is gonna have to be... It really just has to be one frame. And this is gonna have to be quicker. It's all about like figuring out the timings on this crap. Maybe these actually could be... Maybe it should stay like that for a second. Okay, yeah. Ariba. Extremely fidgety things like this are not my speed. I apologize. Yeah, it's honestly a lot of like of tweaking for sure. But you know how you solve all of it is you go like this. New adjustment layer. Oh wait. Will this work? Wiggle? I mean for creating, if that makes sense. Yeah, no, it's kind of tedious, right? Will this work? Oh well. We want position. That's too much. Will opacity change this? Like if it's 0 opacity? Oh, weird. Oh wait, no, that's 8% opacity. 0% opacity. Okay, that's exactly what, this is exactly what we want. So when it does this here, we want to mark it, go here, go to 100%, and then go like 3 frames, and then mark, and then I don't know, maybe 2 no, just 1 frame, and then 0. And then we want to mess with this. We want the wiggle speed to be absurd, and the wiggle amount probably to be less, but can't be 0. I'll tell you that much. The other thing we should do is we should throw a scale on here. It's probably under transform, right? Yeah, so transform above all this, and a scale by a smidge. Oh, why does it look so weird though? Oh, because it is that like 5%? Should be 0. Does not quite work, huh? Doesn't work quite how I want it to. Maybe honestly, we're just gonna keyframe this on our own. Who needs them, you know? Who needs them? We all have them, you know? Oh, interesting. That's actually kind of wild. Wait, is that kind of cool? Interesting. You can shift it within a square. I feel like there's something cool there. Like, it's like a little viewfinder that if it's inside the thing, it actually shifts it. But if it's not, it doesn't. Yeah, I'm using the wrong layer type is really what's happening. We want a new null object. And then we want to parent everything to the null. And then the null, we just scale everything by like 5%. And then we do position. Sometimes you try to do new things and they don't work out, you know? Sometimes you must be like new and like creative. Sorry, I'm just quoting one of my own things that none of you have seen, so don't mind me. We made a League of Legends mockumentary at one point, me and my friends. I never finished doing the dishes. I'm sorry. I blame me. It's all my fault. I'm sorry. No. No. does it keep doing this? We'll see if this works. And we want this to be... It's maybe a little less smooth than I would have wanted it, but maybe just too much shake. Maybe we get rid of a few of these. Like, I don't know, this one and this one. Maybe it needs to have like a more of an eased motion at the beginning and at the end. I ease back into it. Oh wait, on. Doesn't work. That don't work like that. They don't work no good. No. That ain't it. Maybe we need to have this wiggle a little more directed, right? So instead it goes like this. Why is it not keyframing that? It is, it's just keyframing it on the wrong frame. It's keyframing it wrong, is what's happening. You see. Why is it doing that? Oh, I know why it's doing it. It's because I keep selecting the wrong... Let's just make a new keyframe and then do that. There we go. Beautiful. The wrong thing. Should be this way. We'll do something like that. Yeah, this is becoming a little more tedious than I would have hoped, but sometimes it do be like that. What if we easy ease it? I think that'll look worse. Yeah. Maybe we could do it on the ends. I think maybe it's just too much. Maybe if we just do it really subtle. Subtlety is a lot of time the key to visual effects, honestly. The ones you don't notice are the best. but this isn't working. Didn't that work? Interesting. Maybe the way to do it is just take everything and recompose it. And then just scale it and then throw a wiggle on it. I don't know. Hi. Hello. Okay, let's try this one more time. Hi, I hear you. Forget that you've done visual effects for years. Yeah, it's kind of like a thing that I did. The kitten's back. It's like I went to film school or something. Although visual effects is more of a me thing than a film school thing, but look at that little stretchy kitten. You need pets? Hmm? You just need attention. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hopefully that satiates her for a minute, at least. Oh god. She did the bites. See, this looks really good not animated right now. Like if it, when it just has this, that looks pretty cool, right? It's just a lot of the polish is the part that makes it truly good. I do this backwards. No, I just did it bad. But like, I don't know. Let's do a low amount. Then off. Somehow I managed to just do that completely wrong, but that's okay. Hi. Why does this have... Why is this wiggling? It should not wiggle. Oh, is it? It's because this value is actually a value. 0. There we go. Okay, this has to be like 10. And it probably doesn't really need to wiggle until it gets to here. The effect is called wiggle. We're using it more for a jitter effect. Let's do it like 15, maybe. Something a little more intense. Actually, I think we need it like a good amount intense. Like maybe a lot. And then it kind of lowers as it goes, maybe? There we go. That's nicer. It's a little much at first, or in total. Needs to be for less time, but there we go. Looks a lot nicer, right? Problem is this thing is like infinitely long. We need to be like here. Bam. 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 The actual position of this animation needs to be a little different though. It needs to start at 0, first of all. This needs to be 0. I think that might be the problem. Yeah. And then maybe we'll like, I don't know, I'm bound to have some like sparks somewhere, right? Oop. I think we're actually, yeah, we're getting close to being done with the stream. It's been a bit of a quiet one, but still good. Good to hang out with y'all. I think honestly my later or my earlier ones are ones that seem to be better. Maybe. I don't know. It's like this week has been kind of quiet. But I did like stop for a bit, so I don't know. Hard to say. Maybe it's my own damn fault. It's weird, I guess. It's weird trying to like get started at this, at streaming in general. Do we have sparks? Not blood splatter, not explosion, not muzzle flashes. Hi, kitten. Sparks. Maybe you were fatigued. Honestly, that's probably part of it. I'm not being the greatest entertainer also. All right, I'm finding a bunch of sparks. I just need to find like, I mean, welding sparks is not the worst. I kind of just want like a burst of sparks. Here, I guess I can show you when I'm looking at them. Oh god, this is gonna be not the greatest. No. Maybe something like that. Yeah. Those are a little too like at camera, but I think I like the first one. This guy. Sparks 6 was good? Okay, let's look at that one. Yeah, I guess maybe that would be good. Maybe let's try that. And really, we just want it through the duration of this. Like, all that. And it should be done. Let's rotate it. And then honestly make it a smidge bigger. Maybe they should go like a few seconds before and after. I feel like they're really fast. I almost wonder if I have to slow it down. Time. I don't know how this works. Time displacement? No. Time warp? Speed. 25%? Nah, it looks weird. Maybe we just need to do an actual blending mode, like add. Yeah, okay, hold on. All right, then we need to do. That's one you select, I think. Yeah, that was it. I think what we need to do is we need to have a mask along this. Let's do this the right way. Hi, kitten. I hear you. I get that you're sad. What do you want from me? You're standing over in the other room meowing at me. Mask path. Mark this at the end. And then what we want to do is this. I guess we just do it like this. Why is it doing that way? Why? Oh, it's because the time warp thing's on there still. That's why. And then this should probably. Maybe it can go like a few frames extra. And then we just do this. And then we do. Take the whole entire mask and go like that. Maybe. And then it'll look something like. Ching. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. I almost wonder if there's a better way to like. I think maybe if we do some like movement afterward on each selected layer, or like each of the text layers, if we like if we just had some like subtle continued movement, you know? Because like in space, right? So you have like very subtle, I don't know, let's do F9, F9. That's too subtle. Too subtle. I repeat, too subtle. And then maybe we also do scale and have it like getting a smidge smaller. And then we do the reverse for our top guy. So this one can move. Oops. Oh, that's the wrong layer. Whoopsie. Move a smidge that way. Make it get a smidge larger. Maybe? Are we cooking or are we crazy? I think we also need the title to fly in. So maybe we do, let's go like, what layer even is it? Pre-comp layer. I guess we could just do a, well, that's the other thing. We should actually be using we should motion blur like everything. That'll make things look nicer. Also make it lag a lot more, but you know, here we are. We also want to have the title. We want to make this a 3D layer and then just push it in, what is it? What? Not Z space. Well, I guess it's Z space, right? I should. Needs to be there by here. Let me go to like negative 3,000, was it? I think I want it to continue that way a bit as we how does it look? I get then. No, that's fine. Okay, let's see how this looks. Well, it's gonna render it first, but do. I have a feeling it's gonna look good. What are our predictions? Good, bad, ugly? See, we're cooking. It's working. trying to think if there's anything else I could do with it. I mean, I could have like done 3D letters, although they're not vectors, which is like kind of throws us off a little bit. So it makes it a little more difficult to convert to 3D. But I also don't think it's completely necessary. And I think the way to go, just to like end this, is we go here, we can like just opacity, and the sun goes out, and then we go here, and then we do opacity on this, and then just everything goes out. And then we need a we need a black solid. I mean, technically we don't, but it's fine. Maybe a smidge longer. I also don't quite like how far it separates. Like, ideally, and this should maybe take longer. These should be just a smidge closer. Hey, what are you doing? He just knocked something off. It literally scared me. What are you doing? What did you just do? Hey. She was up on the counter. She's not supposed to do that. What a bad kitty. Bad Lugana Blugana. You know what I mean? Actually, maybe instead of moving apart like that, I'm wondering if we should do it like this. Try that. The initial break looks weird, but yeah, maybe not. Just do that. It was better before. Yeah, I think it's fine. Good enough for me. I didn't save this project yet. Classic. We're gonna hit an ad in half a second. All right. Well, we'll use that for our devlog somewhere. I'm so reliant on autosave. Well, I just didn't save it in the first place. Yeah, so it's just like sometimes you forget, right? All right. I gotta find someone to raid because it is time to be done. Crazily enough, time kind of flew today. Let's find someone. I think I want to find someone new. I don't know who that will be yet, but we're gonna find someone new. Someone new to raid. It's gonna take me a second to find someone. Let's be real. Same size or smaller? Why not? Or King Beat. It's the Turnip King, believe it or not. You're just in time for us to be done. How you doing, Sabrina? I almost called it a turnip. Yeah, it's the Turnip King. I do need to make a beet as well. I need to make a bunch of like root vegetables. That's the goal. Oh, then I was right. Yeah. Bradley says hi if you don't see that. Because there's the chat on screen. We're merged with Twitch. He's cute. Yeah, the little turnip. He's his little cute little turnip guy. Just leader of his kingdom, you know? I'm very distracted. Let's see. You know what? I don't know. I'm feeling art. I think my brain will go numb if I look at game dev stuff, unfortunately. Let's look at some cool art. Who's doing something we want to look at? Well, hi. It seems like the options for art are anime girls. Mostly. Which, you know, is cool. That's mostly what I'm seeing right now. My brain always gets too tired. By the time it's time to raid, my brain's like, You're too tired for this. Why are we here? Why are we even doing this? No, I'm just kidding. Screw it. Let's go let's go with Charles brain. Yeah, we could do that. Potentially. There's also PK is also alive. I just feel like I want to find someone new. You know, but brain might be failing. What are this? No. I should get better at making conversation while I'm trying to find people, though. What are you up to, Sabrina? How's life? Tell us what's going on while we try to find someone to raid on Twitch. I don't know. For some reason, nothing's like quite jumping out at me. This is kind of cool. What am I looking at? You ever look at stuff and you're like, I don't know what I'm looking at? It's like some cool like silhouette art. Me? Is there someone else named Sabrina? Just kidding. I'm just being rude. Sorry, pause by accident. I thought you froze. Nope. I'm here. I will in a second. I'm trying to find someone to actually, you know what I haven't checked yet? I haven't checked like TCG people. I'm trying to find someone to raid on Twitch. And I was just asking how you're doing, because you came at the last second. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're not gonna find anyone that I want to. Made some molds today. Okay, cool. How was that? What kind of molds? Transmit audio files for our video. Ooh, cool, yeah. Would you put them on the folder? Or you did just got the... For all who don't know, me and Sabrina are working on a video together. We're doing a little diorama for armies. Should be pretty cool. I'm excited about it, at least. Although I've got to work on this BTP video before I can finish that, really. But Silicon One Piece, gonna split it in half. Nice. The old knife method. We're about to pick someone at random here. Ah, screw it. You know what? Bradley's right. We're gonna pick Taijiro? Is that his name? We're gonna pick him. We're just gonna go for it. YOLO, right? We've only rated him once before. Let's do it. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm too tired, apparently. So it was nice to hang out with y'all. We'll be doing more work. Actually, I don't even know what we're gonna be doing Monday. I think you've rated him before. Yeah. You guys all a good guy too. Yeah, we'll raid this guy, Hydro. If I'm saying his name right, we've only raided him once, and may as well just do it one more time. Yeah, there we go. We got our 07 emote. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. May as well. I've raided PK a good few times, so it's not like we have a whole heck ton of people, but yeah, I don't know what we'll be doing Monday. I have literally no idea. Maybe work on Blackridge, maybe work on armies. We're kind of at like a middle ground of like things need playtesting, but playtesting stuff midday is kind of weird, so at least for the stream times we have, so maybe I'll just play some armies on my own. I don't know. Otherwise, we'll just do like random stream improvements, random stuff, but here we are. Anyway, I will talk to you all Monday. It was good hanging out with you. We're gonna hit the raid button and finish talking for 10 seconds. Yeah, hopefully we got a new video coming up, a few new videos in the works. So any hoodles, peace out, y'all. See you later. Goodbye.